Hello and welcome. We believe that caregivers are superheroes. My name is Ruth Kirschner, licensed clinical social worker, and I work for the National Family Caregiving Support Program in Montgomery County, Maryland. Today I am joined by my colleague and artist in resident, Melissa Trito.
Hello, Ruth.
Hi.
Ruth, I'm really glad you're here with me today. Someone that I love has recently started showing signs of cognitive decline, and I'm really feel like we're in uncharted territory. So knowing how unsettling this is to her, I want her to still feel respected and maintain her dignity. So as a longtime professional artist, I want to know how we can make color work for us. So one thing that I've learned is that as we age, with time, we start to change how we perceive and react to color. So what I want to know from you is, how can we use color to support her in a positive way?
That is a fabulous question. And today I thought we'd talk about the color red. Red hat,
Who
red
knew?
shirt. I know. We're just completely prepared. So do you have any questions specific to red?
Yes, I do, Ruth. So to be honest, I wish I had this problem. My loved one, Carol, does not have much of an appetite. And unfortunately, I'm worried for her because I feel like she's not getting the nutrients she needs. So what can we do in the dining room that'll make food more enticing to her?
That is a fabulous question. I didn't even pay you for that. One of the things, the easiest fix for you to do at home is a red tablecloth.
Ooh.
Red fork, red spoon, put red plates. Think about the fact that for the younger generation, when you're out drinking at parties, you drink from a red Solo cup.
I do remember those cups.
Well, one of the reasons is the research has shown that the color red entices you, makes your body want to drink more if you have a red Solo cup, makes you want to eat more if you're eating off a red plate or with a red tablecloth. So the color red, all alone, without any medicines, without any drugs, can help somebody enhance their appetite and eat more.
Wow. Well, for me, make sure I don't use that at my house.
Okay.
Last week, you talked about an accent wall. How does red fit into the picture of an accent wall in the home?
Again, with all the colors we're ever going to talk about, accent walls are perfect. Number one, we talked about the color white. And with white, if all four walls are white, it doesn't look like there's any corners. So people keep walking. So we said, use an accent wall, it'll stop them. They'll sit down, they'll relax, they'll watch TV. Red, on the other hand, one of the wonderful components of it, not only does it help you eat more, but it also gets you active. It gets you to participate. So one way you can use for an accent with red is the inside of a bedroom door. If your loved one, if Carol is not getting out, coming out to lunch, going for walks, just saying, oh, I want to stay in my room, I don't feel like going anywhere. If you paint the back of the bedroom door, it's kind of like a bull for a bullfight. They will open the door more often to get out of the room if the back side of the door is red.
Interesting. I never would have thought of that, Ruth. That's
Yeah.
great. Well, another thing is, if we stick with that topic, I've been shopping and shoes come in all colors. I mean, there's not one color that's missing when you go shopping. Is there a color that you can use, like for shoes, for Carol when she's going out that will help her want to be participating in activities?
It's the same exact concept as saying open the door, eat with red. They have shown, the research is showing, if you buy somebody red tennis shoes or red good shoes for stability for walking so they don't fall, if you're looking down and you see that your shoes are red, you may get up and walk more frequently.
Wow.
So red is a fabulous color to get for shoes.
This is amazing how much color works. It's so enlightening and it's so helpful that you have these little fixes for that. And speaking of little fixes, I know that you brought something with you today, Ruth. A little gadget.
A little bit
How
of
does
gadget.
that little gadget help us?
Well, next to my red shirt, it looks kind of orange, but this is a little bird, Tweety bird. It does have batteries. I took the batteries out because it is motion sensor. And what you do with this is you attach it to the person's walker or wheelchair, wherever you would want. But with the walker, a lot of problems, we've talked about people falling and the dangers of falling. A lot of times people get up from their chair and leave the walker behind and off they tootle. because they don't see it, they don't notice it, they just keep moving. The bird actually has an attachment to the top of the walker. You put it on, so when the person goes to stand up, the bird tweets.
Wow.
He sings little songs, he does little ditties, but the motion of the movement makes the person realize, my walker's right here, let me get up and go. And the fact that he's orange is a component of, you the artist know this better than I do, of red, and therefore it also helps them get going and exercise. So
Nice.
I love my little Tweety bird.
I mean, my goodness, isn't this great? These little fixes that can really change somebody's life. I love that. I love that. So, as much as we use red, when should I not use red?
Okay, with every color I'm going to talk to you about ever in your entire life, if you hate red, if red was a color that your family member couldn't stand, looked horrible on, or said, I never want to see red in my house, don't use it. There are other colors, there are other ways of handling having somebody eat more, having somebody walk more. If red is not the color they enjoy, it will not stimulate them to eat or walk or move. It will just stimulate them to go, I can't stand it, get that red away from me. So always, 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 each person who has any kind of cognitive loss is a person, is an individual, is unique. So whatever their likes and dislikes, we want to also take that into what we're doing with them, so that whatever color we're using for them are colors that they will enjoy and appreciate and will work.
Okay. So I'm not stuck using a color. There's other options if I
Absolutely.
need them.
Absolutely.
Which brings me to another question, Ruth.
Yes.
Born of red is orange. How does orange play into the picture?
Orange does not get you up and moving quite as much. It's more of an earthy tone. It's more of a relaxation tone. But it is also still very helpful and very useful for people. And again, if they like orange better than red. The other thing, I just happen to have a bright neon orange t-shirt. And one of the ideas with using colors, we talk about it today in the house, but I also want to talk about using these colors for when you go out. So if you have somebody who has a cognitive loss, and red is a perfect way to do this. You go for a walk in the park, you go to the giant grocery store, you go wherever. Either you dress the person in a bright red coat, bright red hat like you have, or you yourself also wear bright red, bright orange, neon. So it's not the most fashionable maybe, and the orange kind of goes, oh my gosh, my eyes. But if that person wanders off and you can't find them, the other people around will have noticed that bright orange, that bright neon color, and say, oh, were you looking for the gentleman in the bright orange outfit? He's down, he took that walking path, or he's over by the strawberries in the giant. So it's a good idea to use color, not just inside your house, but when you leave the house, what we wear, how we dress, impacts us. In fact, one of the things I will recommend is when you have family members that want to come and visit, you can say to them, red may not be the best color. You know, Carol didn't feel good today, she has a little cold, she feels a little down. Red is a very stimulating, exciting color. They may want to come not neon orange, but they may want to come in a lighter or more calming color. Red can kind of irritate and get people agitated. So if somebody is already agitated to start with, red is not the color you want to put them in or have people visit them in.
Wow, Ruth, I feel like you've thought of everything. This is so enlightening. I absolutely love this. This is great. So I want to thank you for being here today. This has been great, and I'll see you in our next one.
Okay, well, thank you, and thank you everybody for listening and watching us. We hope that you have learned some information about the color red today. For further information about being a superhero caregiver, please call 240-777-3000 and look for all of our shows where we discuss other vibrant colors to help with caregiving. Thanks.